The film opens with Cairo, a self-assured teenager living alone in her parents' sprawling Tennessee countryside home. Her parents, high-profile lawyers, are often absent, leaving Cairo to fend for herself. Each morning she dons her favorite tall boots and short skirt, striding through the woods to school with bold confidence. At school, her middle-aged English teacher, Jonathan Miller, carries a quiet sadness, his dream of becoming a celebrated author unfulfilled. To Cairo, he's more than a teacher, he's a father figure, though she nurses a subtle crush. Cairo often arrives early to class, and one morning, Jonathan praises her punctuality, urging her to start the semester's reading list. With a sly smile, she reveals she's already finished all 12 books. Their conversation blooms into a lively discussion about literature, highlighting her sharp intellect. As they talk, Cairo's friend Winnie, who's repeating the grade, bursts in and playfully drags Cairo to the cafeteria, leaving Jonathan alone. He glances at Cairo's stack of books, and his friend Boris enters, spotting one of Jonathan's own published novels among them. Boris teases him, reciting a risque passage from another book, embarrassing Jonathan, who's flattered but flustered by Cairo's interest in his work. That evening, Jonathan returns home to his wife, Beatrice, who's engrossed in her laptop. He tries to share his excitement about Cairo's appreciation of his book, but Beatrice, distracted, barely engages. Her co-worker Amy calls, interrupting, and though Jonathan tries to reconnect with flirtations and drinks, another call from Amy cuts their moment short, leaving him frustrated. The next day, Jonathan vents to Boris about Amy's disruptions, and they spot Cairo emerging from the woods. She removes her headphones, smiling politely, and Jonathan, seeking distraction, chats with her lightly. Winnie approaches, feigning a clumsy drop of her belongings near Boris, who sees through her act. Cairo teases Winnie's boldness, but Winnie shifts gears, suggesting ideas for Cairo's essay. When Cairo finds them lackluster, Winnie playfully proposes flirting with teachers for inspiration. Cairo hesitates, citing the age gap, but Winnie insists a mature connection could be meaningful, sparking Cairo's curiosity. In the following days, Cairo's thoughts linger on Jonathan, her glances in class growing frequent. One day, he quietly asks her to meet him in his office after school. There, she catches him mid-dance, practicing goofy moves. They laugh it off, and he shows off playfully before discussing Winnie's friendship and Cairo's home life. Impressed by her recent writing, Jonathan challenges her to write a short story in the style of her favorite author, promising a passing grade if she succeeds. Cairo recites a line from his first published book, delighting him, and he invites her to meet over the weekend to discuss her story idea. At their meeting, they critique a nearby poet's performance, share a cigarette, and talk easily, Cairo stealing glances at Jonathan. Back at school, Cairo switches up her look and brings coffee for Jonathan and Boris, exuding newfound confidence. She tells Winnie that Jonathan subtly noticed her appearance. When Cairo proposes writing her story in the style of Henry Miller, known for provocative themes, Jonathan hesitates, wary of school backlash, but trusts her judgment and approves. Distracted by a text from Beatrice about a weekend getaway, he quickly signs off on Cairo's idea. Winnie teases Cairo about seducing Jonathan, making her laugh. Later, Cairo misplaces her phone, which ends up in Jonathan's bag. As he deals with Beatrice's frustration over their delayed trip, he offers to return Cairo's phone despite an approaching storm. Arriving at her house in pouring rain, he sees Cairo in a striking dress. Their eyes lock, and in a charged moment, they share a passionate kiss. Jonathan can't stop thinking about Cairo, but her midterm story, steeped in mature themes, jolts him back to reality. Beatrice, preoccupied, dismisses his attempts to connect. Seeking clarity, Jonathan retreats to a nearby house, reading Cairo's provocative story and becoming consumed by its imagery. He turns to Beatrice for intimacy to ground himself, but the next day he's distant with Cairo in class. Sensing the shift, she confronts him, and he criticizes her story's inappropriate themes, refusing to grade it and regretting their trust. Hurt, Cairo lashes out, calling his writing mediocre and daring him to fail her. Their argument escalates, with Cairo accusing him of jealousy before storming out, leaving her story in the administrative mailbox. That evening, Jonathan discusses the story's complex teacher-student dynamic with Beatrice, feeling conflicted. Cairo, meanwhile, drinks with Winnie, venting and taking playful photos, joking about teasing Boris. The principal calls Jonathan, accusing him of an inappropriate relationship with Cairo. He denies it, but Beatrice warns of career and marital consequences. Cairo skips class for a principal meeting, and Winnie, distressed, urges Jonathan to consider Cairo's perspective, but he shuts down. In a school inquiry, Cairo's answers imply a deeper connection, leading to Jonathan's suspension. Boris cautions him about boundaries, deepening his isolation. At home, Jonathan confesses his feelings for Cairo to Beatrice, sparking a heated argument. Beatrice storms out, threatening divorce. Winnie warns Cairo her actions could ruin Jonathan, but Cairo, unapologetic, weaves the drama into her college essay, framing it as revenge for his dismissal of her work. Smirking, she revels in the chaos she's unleashed. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, hit like and subscribe. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you.